in the last 2 days, I've gotten, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different messages asking how I got into real estate and what it's like and what's the difference between normal 9 to 5. So I wanted to make a quick little video, just kind of tell you guys about what it is that I do. So I am in real estate. I'm actually a buyer's agent. Real estate was really kind of my find myself a job. Just turned out that I was actually kind of good at it and I enjoyed it, so I stuck with it. Real estate is not a 9 to 5. I actually wound up working more than 40 hours. The day doesn't end at 5 o'clock. The day ends when you're done. There's nights I'm working until 10 o'clock, but there are also days where I'm done and yeah, it's noon and I want to go have drinks and lunch with some of my girlfriends. So that's what I do. I get asked about the pay. No, there's no salary with being a real estate agent. It is commission only. Whenever I was in school, sorry, I don't know what that was. That wasn't English. When I was in school, my teacher told us, you know, she wakes up every day unemployed. And she doesn't have a job until she gets to the closing table, because that's when you get paid. So whenever you close a house and you get to the closing table, everything is done, keys are switching hands. Somebody has officially a new house. And if you've bought a house before, you have an idea of how long closing can take. It can take, 30 days to 60 days. It just depends on the situation. But that's when you get paid. There's no in between. So a lot of real estate agents have a different job. Is that what I do? No, I'm an agent full-time, 110%. This is it. There's no other job for me. I get asked about school. Like, what do you have to do to become a real estate agent? I went to Trident Tech because I was already a student that had graduated from there. So it's just easier to transfer everything over. You have to take a 60-hour course. And then you have to take what was your post-licensing 30-hour course. Now you have to take it before you're actually licensed. So you have about 90 hours of classes that you have to take before you can become licensed. You have to take a state test and a national test to receive your license as well. If you fail on the first try or the second try, you have to wait 24 hours before re-registering to take it again. That was the situation I had. I passed my state, failed my federal, or national, and had to retake it. So you do have to pay to take that test as well. I can't remember quite what it was. I think maybe $60 something for both of them. And then if you pass one and have to retake the other one, then you only pay for the other one. They don't charge you the full amount again. What other questions do I get? Brokers. So after you get licensed, you have to hang your license with a broker. So that's where you have your Jeff Cooks, Carolina One, Century 21, Keller Williams. So if you're looking at getting a real estate interview, like interview with a bunch of brokers, talk to them, talk to other agents that you know and say, hey, how do you like it? Why do you like it? That's the big thing, is ask why. Once you have your license hung there, then you're an agent of that firm and then you act on that. That's kind of it. Becoming a real estate agent, that's the easy part. The hard part is being the agent. It's all glamorous. It sounds like, oh, you get to make your own schedule and, you decide what you make. That's great. It's great. There's no other job for me and my lifestyle, that's for sure. But you have to be self-motivated. You have to be able to say, you know what? I don't have a boss making me get up and go into the office at 7 o'clock in the morning, but damn it, I gotta be there. So a good idea of what I do, I get to the office, and I work in Mount Pleasant, anywhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, depending on traffic, because I live all the way in Moncks Corner. So you can only imagine what that's like. And I stay at the office until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon most days. I have to, there are clerical things that have to be done. And, I have appointments that I schedule within those times in the office. I also have showings that I schedule. So if I have somebody who wants to go see a house in Moncks Corner, it doesn't make much sense for me to go all the way to Mount Pleasant just to turn back around and show a house. So sometimes I'll work from home. But that doesn't mean I have the TV on. That doesn't mean I'm playing with my dogs and doing the dishes. Like, I'm actively sitting at my kitchen table working until that showing. My favorite part of the job is actually having buyer's appointments and showing houses. That's the meat and the potatoes of the job. You always meet with a prospective buyer, somebody who's looking at buying a house at some point in time, and really you're there to find out what their expectations are of you. What can you bring to the table and help them with? So that's always fun for me because it's never the same. Everybody needs something different. Maybe looking for the same house, but your needs as a person are always going to be different. The way that you communicate is always different. So as a 23-year-old, still learning how to be an adult, it's a good teaching experience for me to learn how to communicate effectively with other people. I'm very green in this job, and so I have to show my worth and build this. And you're not going to do that without referrals. So I have to work extra hard to make sure that people have a great experience with me. As far as other sales jobs and what's different, I was actually speaking with a young lady yesterday who, I don't want to say what she does because I don't want to put her business out there, but her job is based on clientele. And what is different about that, even though it's clients, you don't get walk-ins in real estate. You don't. You have to find these people. When I was looking to buy this house, we didn't go search a real estate agent and walk into Jeff Cook's office and say, I need a real estate agent. Or we didn't go into a Century 21 and, say, hey, I want to buy a house. We found a house online that we liked and inquired about it, and we had an agent that helped us. We wound up actually not doing that. We built this house, which I'm sure I've mentioned before. That was a totally other thing all in itself. But people who want to buy a house don't usually want to talk to real estate agents. You have to work. It is hard ass work. My job, we have a joke. Our job is simple, very simple. It's the farthest thing from easy though. It's a very taxing job. No, it's not brain surgery. No, you don't have to have a 4-year degree to do this. But not everybody has the self-motivation to get up and work when they don't really have to. I've got the questions of what is the pay like? That's a pretty loaded question. That's kind of like asking somebody what your paycheck is, and nobody really likes answering that question. I don't care how much you make. It's uncomfortable as hell. But the pay is good, but the pay is what you make it. I know agents who didn't make a single sale in their first year. I know agents who made a ridiculous amount of closings in their first year. It just depends. It depends on what you do. It's all about you in the end. I love it. I wouldn't have a different job ever. But it's not easy. I have days that I leave the office and I am losing my mind. It's like, why am I in real estate? But I go back in the next day and I realize why. So as far as, okay, so I work on a team. Sorry, I'm just trying to answer all the questions that I've gotten. I work on a team, and that means that we have a team president, and there's a multitude of other agents that work under him. So we're kind of like a company within a company, and that's great. That's perfect because you have so much support, but there's always the option to work as like a solo agent, and that's just as great. Different strokes for different folks. there's expectations whenever you're on a team. You know, you have to kind of meet numbers. You have to pull your weight. You have to do something. Whenever you're on your own, you're on your own. You are your own boss, 110%. So some people who might be doing real estate only as a part-time thing, you might be more of a stay-at-home parent, that might be a better option for you because you work whenever you want to. You work when it's convenient. Just last night, I got a text message from my partner, and he said, "Hey, I know you're home. It's 7 o'clock. Can you go show this house for me?" So whenever you're on a team, you're there to help each other. You're there to support each other, because I know that a month and a half from now, whenever I'm in Mexico, he's going to be helping my clients, and he's going to be showing them houses that I'm not there to do. It's great. I wouldn't have it any other way. Whenever you're in school, you can take classes during the week like you would normal college classes, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Me, I was already working for this real estate firm. So I was working Monday through Friday on a more salary paid position. So I actually went to school Saturday and Sunday from like 9 to 5 as well. So it was run pretty ragged during that time, but I had an amazing teacher. So if you're thinking about going to real estate class at Trident Tech on Rivers, Saturdays and Sundays, I'm not going to name the teacher. I want to keep her life private. She's the only Saturday, Sunday teacher. She's great. Wonderful. Probably wouldn't still be in real estate if I didn't have her as a teacher. I still talk to her. She's fantastic. I don't really know of anything else that a lot of people ask. No, there's no benefits with real estate. You are an independent contractor, so you work for yourself technically. You don't get a W-2. It's a 1099, so you have to file your taxes differently. I pay my taxes quarterly because taxes are not taken out of your check regularly like you would. You know how you pay into FICA and you know, different things like that. You have your state and your federal taxes that are taken out of your check, which we all hate. You don't get that in real estate. So you can pay them quarterly, or you can pay them at the end of the year, tax time. Write-offs with real estate, since you own your own business essentially, you write off things like the mileage on your car, things that you buy for your business, you know, business cards, marketing materials, things like that. Those are all write-offs. And if you do think about getting into real estate, once you do, I would strongly advise you get a tax advisor, a CPA, to help you out with that. Help you, get under an LLC so that you can be taxed as an S corp, and different things like that. You're not going to know right now. And it's okay to not know those things. I didn't know them until just recently. Let's see. Okay, so I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 in the office. I usually come home and wrap things up unless I have plans. Like today, I met my aunt for lunch at what's supposed to be 1:15. I don't think I left the office until like 2:45, 2:30ish, maybe. Things like that happen. You're never guaranteed to be off at a certain time or be done at a certain time. But yeah, so 9 to 4, unless something comes up. And every other Saturday, do an open house. You have to make yourself want to get up and work. If you love what you do, it's never really work. That's what everybody says, right? But it's that's kind of it. If you have any other questions, please, if we're friends on Facebook, send me a message. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. If we're not friends on Facebook, friend me on Facebook. I have all of my social media linked at the top of the page. I'm thinking about doing more videos, guys. I don't know who actually comes on here every day and reads my blogs. Can kind of see a little bit the amount of people, but I don't know who does. So if you want to see more videos instead of written posts, I love feedback. I want to keep this entertaining and fun to read, fun to hear, whatever winds up happening. Also thinking about doing a DIY for the black bleached t-shirt that I had on in my last Instagram post. Had a lot of questions about that. A lot of people liked that shirt, want to know where I got it, and I actually made it. I made quite a few. So if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, I know that there's a shit ton and a half of DIY t-shirt things on YouTube you can easily look up, but if that's something that you guys want to see, let me know. So yeah, that's it. I'm not a video editor, so this is gonna be what it is. I'm literally sitting in my living room on the floor, have my phone up on my coffee table. I think this video is like 15 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this, but I'll talk to you guys soon.